Welcome to the Light Read, the companion series to Nailed's weekly newsletter brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Go to keystonetech.com or check the link in the show notes to check out their featured product, the LED power bulbs. These come in 30, 38, and 20, much desirable 20, in color rendering indexes as high as 90. But more importantly, they've got 25,000 hours of life and 20% of the energy usage as halogen versions. And let me tell you, I was living in a basement for a long stretch, recently redone basement. It was really nice, except the contractor cheaped out, used lousy halogens. Inside of a year, I had to buy entirely new ones. And at the time, only one guy was making LEDs, and it wasn't Keystone, because these are new. Check them out. Again, keystonetech.com. But let's jump into the headlines. Nailed has finalized the itinerary for their convention. That's in Biloxi, Mississippi, April 19th to 23rd. And I tell you, this lineup looks great. There's web sales, Amazon sales, selling on social media, all sorts of crazy details, a debate about fixtures, how to manage your legacy inventory. It's going to be a heck of a show. Hope to see you there. Nailed would also like to announce that we have a new member, Energy Focus, makers of the original flicker-free tube. They're a vendor member. Please do them a visit. Otherwise, we got Narendran elected as a fellow of the SPIE. That's Professor and Research Director Nandaraja Narendran, has been inducted into the International Society of Optics and Photonics. All right, DOII publishes R&D opportunities document. This is a 140-page report of topic suggestions, impactful directions, and other updates for the state of lighting research. Signify is messing around with their structure. The professional division is now the Division of Digital Solutions, which will expand its IoT portfolio, and LED and home groups are now merged into the Division of Digital Products. They still make light bulbs, right? That's what really counts. Anyhow, LSI is selling their Ohio factory because it's just more efficient. The whole process is more efficient, and they're wasting space. They're moving down the road, still in the same town, not firing anybody, just leasing a smaller facility. The DOE forecasts the future of solid-state lighting. Now, this is a brand new report that projects that by 2035, 84% of lamps will be LED, and the entire planet will be saving 567 terawatt hours of energy production annually because of it. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. I think T12s are going to die slow. Regina Andrew enters the Matrix. This is a Detroit-based lighting manufacturer who will now have their products scanned into MaxSense virtual and immersive reality 3D room planner tool. So if you do a lot of interior design and want to do it, with VR goggles on, these fixtures will be in there. Get a Grip on Lighting is going to release their 119th episode. This features J. Marshall Hunt. You might know him from YouTube as well. He's Las Vegas lighting distributor, and he's just a super animated guy. That was a good chat. A scandal has rocked Great Neck, New York. Citizens are complaining that not only did the mayor and village officials not automatically dim streetlights the way they were promising, but they destroyed evidence saying they promised it in the first place. All right, we've got a little bit of projection into the near future here because Smart Building Research is talking about how to design human-centric workplaces for the aging worker. In a few years, 41 million workers in the U.S. will be over 55. They're going to need a little more adaptability than guys like me, I guess. The smart bulb market is set to grow by 10% in the next 6 years. This is Wise Guy reports. Casper is switching out all of their light fixtures. This is a town in Wyoming spending $200,000 on all their street lighting. Shuji Nakamura wins the NIS Award. This is the National Academy of Sciences and Industrial Applications of Science. This guy, he's racking up the medals now. Davos, they've been in the news a bit, haven't they? In this case, this has nothing to do with the World Economic Forum and everything to do with the fact that they are flipping their street lighting over to smart LEDs. 500 of them have already been switched. 250 are connected to each other. And that's on top of the 900 lighting fixtures at their conference center. Kasambi is deepening their partnership with Osram. One makes luminaires, one makes Bluetooth controls. Jam more of those together, why don't we? Spaces for Learning gives 3 product awards to Hubble. This is a magazine that reviews and talks about education facilities. And 3 different luminaires are exceptional in application in schools. Unnamed LED manufacturer leases factory space in New Jersey. The realtor is really proud to announce that someone who makes lighting and electrical fittings has signed a 7-year lease on a 190,000 square foot manufacturing space in South Brunswick. ST Microelectronics joins the Zigbee Alliance. These guys make semiconductors, and now they're making decisions about the IoT. Sacramento utilities are set to help cannabis growers go greener. It's a new incentive program for LED conversions. NASA and the Park Service have partnered on lighting impact research. So this is their goal is to help park managers add outdoor lighting that doesn't bother the wildlife so much. NASA's been having astronauts take pictures of the ground at night to measure exactly how bright it really is. They've been doing that since summer. Apparently it's really bright. Strategies in Light announces circadian presentations. So these are 2 teams of experts, 7 between each of them. They'll be hosting 2 panels on lighting and well-being from both the biology side and just the equipment level. Thing to check out if you're going to the conference. Livestock grow lights market to expand by 6.8%. This is from Grandview Research. They're expecting smarter and better lighting for domestic animals to reach a value of $10.4 billion in the next 5 years. Donnie Bootwell, he's a bit of a blogger, has a handy little guide for using smart home tech as part of your wellness routine. If you buy into it, if you're concerned about your circadian rhythms, maybe smarten up your schedule on your tuning. Race Point Energy has bought Noon Home Team. So these guys sell energy solutions, and they've just bought a residential smart controls company. Sensor Technologies opens buyout negotiations with Emerson Grow. Sensor makes monitoring tools. Emerson Grow makes horticultural LEDs. We'll see if that goes anywhere. Founder of Nora, Jilla Farzan, has been honored at Lightovation. She was presented with the ALA's Women in Lighting Leadership Award. Illuminalight has been recognized as a veteran-owned business. So these guys are in Michigan. They supply LED retrofits for high bays, and they're owned by an Air Force vet. And now there's a sticker to prove that. Blue light might help concussion victims. University of Arizona study shows that 30 minutes in front of a blue light box helps heal damage and improve alertness. Blue light. We still don't know how bad or good it is and when. We'll get there. Not me. Science. I don't do science. Liquiled's Michael Yu and David Huang on lawsuits and competition. So Lead Inside interviews these 2 managers about their recently concluded patent litigation and their plans on competing in the LED space now. LEDs versus the sunk cost fallacy. So an eco-analyst, Dave Goldstein, is using the example of efficiency upgrades as an example of confronting flawed reasoning. I'm going to admit it. I have 1 spiral CFL left in my house. It's in a floor lamp in the living room. I use it to read. I haven't switched it to LED because, well, light bulb works. But I have better lights and sitting in the drawer in my closet. Just switch it and be better. But I don't. It's wrong. The Lit Awards have been announced. These are lighting design awards in 47 different categories. 25 for specific applications, but 22 for actual hardware. So these go from fashion shows to sconces. Jury handed them out on the 20th. Agnetics secures seed funding. These guys make horticultural LEDs, and they've done another round of venture capital gathering. So expansion's on the way. GLG has sold to Schrader. These are Australians who are selling their last two divisions that make lighting to Belgians. Guide on spotlight and landscape lighting. So this is some advice from Lindsay Rodericks. She's an exterior designer, helping you plant your spotlights for beauty and safety. Michigan has just secured a second dark sky preserves. TK Lawless Park in Cass County has been recognized by the Dark Sky Association. If you're wondering what their first dark sky preserve was called, it's the Dark Sky Park. It's near Mackinac. Hubble has donated $20,000 to the MakeAWish Foundation, in addition to all the lights in their new wish room. Good stuff. Help those kids. Hokkaido University has built a better photosensitizer. In this case, so this is a device that takes nanocarbons, pumps blue light into them, gets put into a europium array, and that array emits red light. Europium lights get used in photodynamic cancer therapy, and this particular rig does it 5 times better than anything else anyone's tried. It's cool. Speaking of cool, your fat cells can sense sunlight. Scientists at Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center have discovered that fat cells use sunlight to generate energy, and a lack of exposure can increase your risk of metabolic syndrome. All right, moving around and on the way out, we have John Kastner joining Espen Tech as sales manager for the Western region. Lynette Schaefer is training manager at ICO. Tim Connolly has been hired as regional sales manager and new business developer at Salite. Z-LED Lighting adds Howard Frank as national sales manager. CM Buck has promoted Stephen Hall to president and CEO, Mike Brubaker to head of controls, and Clark Simpson to head of lighting. And that is the Light Read. I'm Scott Wachter, reminding you to join NAILD, take your courses, sign up for the conference, and do all the things like rate and leave comments and subscribe to this wherever you rate and leave comments and subscribe to this. And also, lastly, thanks again to Keystone Tech, Parlamps. Visit KeystoneTech.com. Have a great day. See you next Monday.